お前はもう死んでいる。
Hey YouTube, it's been a while since I've made a YouTube video, but I'm actually back here because One Piece has, like always, introduced itself back into my life and brought things around. It's been 2 weeks since the chapter has come out, and as you see, I've actually brought a friend along.
I'm friend.
He is friend. His name is Tony, and he's never watched One Piece. But I talk about One Piece all the time because I am a huge One Piece addict and I need it in every second of my life. So by proxy, he is a fan as well through everything that I have explained pretty much. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna read the chapter together that just came out because he is caught up not by reading but just through all of my weekly analysis that I give him.
He preaches the good word of Oda.
As one must.
We are all susceptible to it by being friends with him. But it's a good enough story to keep me along, so.
No one stands a chance being my friend. We're gonna go ahead and introduce it now, so here we go. So this is a cover page. I kind of told you about him a little bit. There's been an ongoing story through the cover pages, which is the story of Capone Beige, which is from one Whole Cake Island, the guy that looks, I don't know if you've seen him, like, literally like
Al Capone.
Yeah, like
yeah,
a mafia.
He's the little one and he's married to the, like, ugly daughter of...
Yes, Big Mom, yeah.
Unattractive, to be fair. Because she has like 1 million children, correct?
Yeah, she has like a ton of kids.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how many, but just a ton.
And like they're all her crew.
They're all her
That's
crew,
the
yeah.
dynamic. Okay.
Yeah. So there's been an ongoing cover story about Capone getting to Dressrosa, arriving in Dressrosa, and they're looking for Lola, which is his wife's sister. But they've been there's been a whole bunch of shenanigans that have been going on. It's been going on for a while too. I don't know which one exactly this one is, but I think it's probably been like 3 months.
So what's the story generally?
Essentially, they're looking for Lola, which was last seen in Thriller Bark with the Straw Hats. Which
and they have no idea that she's there.
No, they've been just looking around, and they've ended in Dressrosa right now. I can't remember exactly how they ended up there.
So currently up to date story wise, do they know where Lola is?
No.
So no one knows.
No one knows where Lola is.
Just fucking gone.
Which some people think that through the cover story they're going to reintroduce her. Like this is a whole thing and it's gonna become important. One, because Thriller Bark is starting to kind of crawl its way back into the story in a sense with Amoria, which was the
dead guy, the guy who can activate
exactly.
Ghosts. Okay, yeah.
So sometimes cover stories do play into the story, but yeah, not to spend a lot of time on that, just giving you the background. So we start, goes, you can't, Momonosuke, it hasn't been checked for poison yet. They're talking about food. So it's like, he's like, why are people going after me? And this is obviously some dude that's eating the food, tasting it, like making sure it's not poisoned. And he's like, your father is a great man, and you are a man who will leave this country someday. And here's another thing that has been kind of going on. If you notice, there's just kind of like something horrible that's happening right now. But for some reason, his wife has been cool as a cucumber. She has not been seen distraught in any way since this sequence of events has started to unfold, which is odd, especially because it's a very expressive story, and it looks almost like if he knows that his dad is gonna die.
Today, Dad will really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they must know the news because it was in the newspaper that Odin was gonna be boiled alive. Like it was forecasted so that everybody can come and watch the live public execution. And that next panel is just so beautiful and sad. From now on, Kozuki, Odin, and 9 others will be publicly executed. This is called the Hour of Legends. This has been alluded to as the Hour of Legends. Oda through the story has been saying, pay close attention to the Hour of Legends. And now we know why it's an hour. He goes, hurry up, I can't see the boiling properly. It's an oil, that's instant. Then I have to hurry. It's literally a huge pot of oil. Just boiling oil. ultimately he couldn't defeat Kaido. Lord Idiot. They keep calling him the Idiot Lord. Everybody knows him as an idiot because it's been 5 years of him dancing like a fool. And I even thought his strength was legit. Who was this guy?
I'm surprised Kaido was okay with, like, essentially winning off, like, cheats. Because isn't he big, like, pride when it comes to fighting?
No, I think that he's a pirate just like any other pirates. Pirates cheat and steal. That's their whole thing. And
maybe this is like a defining moment in it. Maybe that's why we know him as like wanting to kill himself, or maybe wanting to seek excitement because of what happened with.
That would be an interesting.
Maybe I mean honestly, like if you're this big bad guy Kaido and you pretty much have to win through proxy, and you've seen this guy standing in boiling oil, like to save all his guys. Like not only did he really beat you in battle, like he also stood your test. Like he looked you in the face in boiling oil and said yourself.
Yeah, it made you look like a dumbass.
It makes you just look like you can't. He's stronger than you. He's better than you.
But through this picture here, you also don't get that feeling.
No,
he seems pretty pompous.
Well, he's also a drunk, isn't he?
Yeah, so he is. But you can see all of the marks on his chest from the fight that he had with Odin.
Yeah, fucked up.
People are just watching this life execution. Some of them look angry, some are sad, but most people are just kind of like over Odin. They're just like whatever. Because I'd like a chance.
The public has no idea of what he's been doing, right? Why he's been dancing?
No, they have no idea. Essentially, they think that he's just a fool who's been dancing for 5 years after they've been
tortured, essentially.
Essentially, yeah. And he tells Kaido, as he's gonna be put in there, he's like, I'd like a chance. I must live no matter what.
See, you can already see that this upsets him.
The guy that's like trying to get Odin is there. He's like, hey, get in there. Still begging for your life. You're hilarious.
Does he like essentially throw him in there?
Yeah, I guess he like just kicks him backwards. And this man is literally boiled alive, yelling and screaming. And that is the husk that is left after 1 instant. Just freaking burning. All 10 of us will enter this pot. But free those who survive. By the time you have decided, all the retainers are like, Nani? Bring me a clock. You have 1 hour. Now here's one thing I'm confused about. Why would Odin think this guy is gonna keep his word if he literally did not keep his word for 5 years?
Wait, he kills the 100 people?
No, he does not kill the 100 people. He does tell him explicitly, I did lie to you for 5 years. Like, I'm not planning on keeping our word on the plan.
On what plan?
I don't think we know all the details yet. We haven't seen that part. They keep saying something about ships. I don't know what it is.
I guess at this point he's just desperate. Like, what is it gonna hurt you? We're gonna be even put.
Yeah.
And I think it's also like what I said. Like it's like testing him. Like just literally being like a fuck you to him. Like a
final F.
Like if you're gonna die anyways, why not test? Like just be like let him know like you won off like a facade. Like you're not better than me. This is me proving it to you, and also my men will survive. Or I'm giving them at least a chance to survive.
Well, we'll see throughout the chapter because I've already read this chapter, but your thoughts might change a little bit based on what is coming up. But as you can see, some of the people that are there don't really see things the same way. They're like, this guy is kind of a wuss. He's like even on the brink of death. He fears. It's shameful until the end, and then he jumps in and is literally boiled alive in an instant. But he's still not dead. He survives. So you see the struggle, right? You're seeing this pain, and his retainers are like, it's time, let's do this, don't abandon. See you guys in the next world, ready to die. And Odin's like, get on this board. I just want to get a shirt just with this right here. This one picture. This is a double page spread. All 9 retainers. This is also just, if you look at this is extremely symbolic. This has been Odin's character from the beginning, carrying his retainers, all of them kind of like living on the shoulders of such a great figure, and even until the end, Odin kind of understanding that he is nothing without them. He would have not been the person he is without them. So that is his last effort. It is just, there's so many layers to this, and beyond even that, this is just something that is meant to be metaphorical in the end to Luffy and his crew, and I'm sure this arc is gonna have extreme implications in regards to leadership and subordination. Like it's already been a lot of themes like within Wano that talk about what it means what is a leader and what are people following a leader is like, and Odin's story started, and you're just like, wow, this point is really just being.
Well, you've seen Luffy
driven
already
home.
been willing to like sacrifice his dream to save his friends.
Yeah.
Like, his dream isn't worth more than his friends. Gonna
I
push
think
across
to
him, and
Luffy
this
accomplishing his dreams without his friends, it's not.
accomplishing his dreams.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
not his
accomplishing.
dream.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's such a radical thought or radical philosophy to live by, but it weaves itself into the themes of the story, and this is just another homage to Luffy. Just really showing what it means to be a leader, and how each of these figures are now weaved into Luffy's story, which is I don't know.
So what does it say to the left of response? Yeah.
So his retainers are like, please stop. It
This
should
guy's face. That fucking
Danjiro.
guy. Fucking
Who be you? Who
Zoro's
be
teacher.
you?
That's Zoro's sensei.
It's kind of been like proven that it's not based on the time frame, because by this point,
Zoro was already.
not Zoro, but this guy would have already been in the, I believe in the East Blue, and with a daughter. Yeah, so it kind of seems
It's
like
not
you can't.
possible that he already has a daughter that you just haven't seen. And
I
they
mean,
leave after this. Like,
Odin,
this would be a pretty good reason to leave to East Blue.
That's true.
That would be a pretty good reason to be like, time to fucking skedaddle.
Yeah, no, yeah, you are
I'm
absolutely.
gonna grab my
right.
young daughter and get the fuck out of here. What the fuck?
That could very well likely be it. I am a fan of that being the reveal. That would be amazing. You can see all their faces. They're mortified about what's happening as their leader is just. His skin must be like peeling away and cooking itself. Oh god.
There's no way he survives the hour. Like, he has to die.
People are still out there like, yo, Odin's still alive. Nah, dude. Like, this is pretty implied that this is where he dies. He's like, what is this man? His retainers aren't submerged in oil. And Kaido's like just laughing his ass off. He's like, oh, but they're all in the pot. I have no complaints. He's carrying 9 sturdy samurai. To do that must require colossal strength. And this is Shinobu. She's a character that's in the current story, but in this backstory, she was the only person who was, because she's a ninja, she witnessed by hiding Odin's encounter with Kaido and Orochi, where Kaido and Orochi pretty much set up the deal with Odin. So she knows everything that Odin is doing and why he is doing it, why he's been dancing. It's not even been 1 minute. Not even 1 minute, and this man is suffering. He's struggling so hard. I feel like I could just die from the heat alone. Imagine, these are no ordinary retainers. These are strong retainers, people that are admired for their strength and bravery, and they're like, I could die from just this heat. If you continue to complain, I will knock you out, Raizo. You have nothing else to do but to let yourself be carried. It's like, stop moving the vibrations. Like, just don't do anything. Just like,
Make this as easy as possible for him.
because this is just such a horrible thing that's happening. You can just see like blood starting to ooze out of his arm. Like his bones breaking away from carrying all of them. Oh man, Odin, why? And only 4 minutes have passed.
It's more annoying than expected.
I thought they would scream more. They would die more dramatically. That's all they want. I can't wait for it to end for this. I'm so fed up with this idiot Lord, and that's when Shinobu's like, chill with that. What about Lord Idiot? Say it again and I will kill you. You think it is thanks to him you live in peace today. You will see when you have lost Odin-sama. You will see how much he protected you from misfortune. Orochi is not a shogun or a dictator. He doesn't try to rise above the others. All the people of this country are criminals who have prosecuted the Korazumi clan. That's what Orochi is saying. They can all die for all I care. So that's back when they were planning whatever they were planning. Clearly, this is what she was seeing. Orochi saying, yo, I don't care about anyone in this country. They can all die. I got the shogun position to destroy this country, to avenge me. These fools scared me so much that they kept me from sleeping. I feel like that's so specific. They kept me from sleeping. Like if that was included in there, that must mean something very specific. When the one who had committed the crime was dead, If it had the name Korozumi, even a kid would have been a criminal. Everybody hated the Korozumi after whatever his grandfather did. That's why all the people of Wano deserve a punishment. This is what they have done. The offerings to Kaido, countless weapons, and hundreds of people kidnapped. That's why Oden accepted the proposal. If he danced naked every week at the scheduled time as an apology to the Korozumi, Oden continued to protect this country. So who is the Lord Idiot now? Just look at his face. He's just profusely bleeding from his mouth and nose.
Is that the end of the chapter?
That's the end of the chapter.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure they.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How are they gonna leave that shit?
That every chapter for the past 20 chapters, I think, have just left me like I need more. I can't just end here. I do this thing to myself where I always read it at work, so I end up like having all of this enthusiasm and just worked up like chest pains that I have to start like sharing with people, and I'm like, but I'm at work. I can't do this. And we're ended here.
Hey guys.
Hi.
What up?
What up?
Where'd you guys get food? Oh, Kyoto, right?
Kyoto, yeah.
Nice.
Sounds totally stir-fried.